guys, Chris from GT Fitness and Lifestyles here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's day 3 of my 3-day split, week 2. I'm going to cover a little bit about fatigue and fatigue training and training while fatigued. I had a bit of an incident last night where I had to stay up a bit later with an electrical issue. Got that fixed. Lack of sleep, training. This may make the workout go for a little bit longer as you're more tired, you're going to need a little bit more rest. And in saying that, usual rest periods in this sort of workout that I'm doing at the moment is 30 to 45 seconds. So today, being that I'm a little bit more tired, I haven't had as much sleep, it's during the day and it's also hot on top of that. So we've got about 32 or 33 degrees. And I'm outside, basically in a hot box. So what I plan to do today is put the fan on that's over here behind me, take about a minute's rest in between my sets. So I'll probably be doing about 12 reps of everything today as I did the last time. I'll record everything with one set being in real time, one set being in, and the other 2 sets being in time lapse. What I'll do before each exercise is I'll stop, I'll connect the mic and explain the exercise, take the mic off and go over and demonstrate the exercise, whether it be a front squat, bench press, dumbbell bench press, whatever the exercise may be. I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. I may change things around so it's not as exertive with the heat and fatigue. So another thing to deal with motivation and barriers to train fatigue. One big thing that everyone seems to forget about is being tired. Tired is a big thing. I haven't slept enough. I haven't had enough sleep. I'm too tired. These are all things we can work through. Cup of coffee in the morning helps you get going. Water from there on out. Going from there, going into the gym, a good workout will also energize you. Just take your time, especially if you're tired, take a little bit longer and don't rush it. You're tired, you're more likely to make a mistake or not concentrate so much on the form, and that's where you'll end up with an injury. Take your time, take a little bit longer rest and get the workout done. It doesn't matter if it takes a little bit longer, as long as you come out at the end injury free and still getting your workout in. I hope this tip helps, guys. I'll see you in the training video. Okay guys, it's time for the workout. So I've changed things around a little bit. I've put my plan on my board, which is just out of sight for you guys, but it's in my sight here. That's why you might see me look over. So I've got jump squats to begin with. So I'm going to go through a jump squat. With the jump squat, it's working my quads, hamstrings and calves, and obviously my core is going to be engaged to stabilize myself so I don't fall forward or backwards or sideways, keep myself in dead center balance. So I'm doing 3 sets of 12, so I'll do the first set now. Then I'm going to go into a dumbbell bench press, which is a flat bench with the dumbbells and a smooth push. I'll cover that when I get there. Then I'm going to go to a front squat, which will be on the bar here. And deadlifts. I do deadlifts in between the dumbbell bench press and the jump squats. But I'll cover that again when I get there. Then it'll be front squats, single arm pull down, and low cable flies. So again, I'll cover all that when I get there. Let's get straight into it. So jump squat. So I'm going to start with my feet shoulder width apart. At the top of my movement, I'm going to squeeze my butt cheeks to activate my glute muscles as well, because this works all the way through the back, so from butt all the way down through to the back of my calves. bottom of my calves. And in the front, it works from hips and hip flexors on the insides, all the way through, down my quads to my knees and just below my knees, into my shins. Alright, let's get into it. So 12 squat jumps to begin with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. 12 squat jumps. Really good exercise to work your legs, and also a bit of cardio as well, because you are moving and jumping, getting your heart rate up, so it's going to work your cardiovascular as well as your muscles. You can add in a medicine ball, a kettlebell, even a singular dumbbell to add a little bit of resistance. Alright guys, I'm going to switch it over to time lapse, get the last 2 done. I'll see you on the deadlifts. Okay guys, now we're going to do deadlifts, more specifically a Roman deadlift. So I have a bar, I have an Olympic bar which weighs 20 kilos and 2 15 kilo plates. That's at 50 kilos including the bar. So 50 kilo Roman deadlift. Again, same as a squat, legs about shoulder width apart. And from here, just give me a second. Let's get rid of the things out of my pocket. My keys in my wallet. From here, we shoulder width apart with our legs, bend down to the bar, with an overhand grip, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that is a Roman deadlift. There is so many different variations of a lot of these exercises. You've got squats, for instance. There's split squats, jump squats, sumo squats, front squat, back barbell squat, dumbbell squat, kettlebell squat, goblet squat, deadlift, the Roman deadlift, split deadlift, reverse deadlift, stiff leg deadlift, just name off a few. But I'll cover that in a different day, on a different video. Okay guys, I'm going to switch over to time lapse again, get my last 2 sets done, get a sip of water, and I'll see you on the dumbbell flat bench. Okay guys, that's the end of the deadlifts. Now it's onto a dumbbell bench press. Now, a little tip, if you are sweating, make sure you've got a towel handy and make sure your hands aren't wet. You don't want a dumbbell or a barbell to slip, especially when you're lying down and it comes flying at your face. So always make sure your hands are dry. If you've got sweat on your brow, get rid of it out of your eyes. You don't want it to blind you. And if you are hot and sweaty, put a towel down on the bench. 1, you don't stick to the bench. 2, you're not leaving behind a sweat puddle for the next person that's going to use the bench. Okay, now I've already got the weights out. I've got 2 15 kilo dumbbells, and as you would have seen on the incline, I rest them on my knees. This is to help gain momentum, to get the weights up in the air and above my chest, ready for me to start lifting the weights up and down to contract my chest, as you'll see in a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lie back and throw one leg up and the other leg up, and the dumbbells are going to go up in the air, and I'm going to have my hands supinated so you'll be able to see the palms of my hands if I didn't have the dumbbells in it, and start pressing straight in the air and straight down towards my chest, making sure that I'm concentrating on making my chest contract and stretch. So it'll contract at the top of the movement and it'll stretch at the bottom of the movement. Let's get into it. So from here I'm in the stretch position, here I'm in the contractor position. I can feel it in my chest. So that's 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, turning out my hands straight to my knees, straight down, and from here I can stand up, dumbbells are in the air, place them back down on the bench, and I have to bend down to the floor, pick them back up, put them on my knees, and try to lie back down. Okay guys, I'm going to go back to time lapse, finish these 2 sets, and I'll see you on front squats. Okay guys, that's the dumbbell bench press, or flat bench dumbbell press. You saw me do the incline press on Wednesday. Today was a flat bench. That works more of a whole. The chest is not targeting upper or lower. If you want to target the lower pecs or the lower part of your chest, you would go in a decline position. And this is also another way to push heavier weight because it's actually a shorter range of motion. I'll do a decline bench press another time. I'm not ready to start training the underneath of my chest yet. At the moment I'm focusing more whole chest, upper chest, and lower chest will get hit with the flat bench anyway if I start lacking anywhere, but I will do a demonstration on a decline bench later. Right, so we're going to move on now to front squat and then a single arm pull down. What I'm actually thinking I'll do is superset these two. So what I'll do is I'll do 1 set of squats, of the front squats, which is going to target the front of my legs more so because the weight is at the front of me. It's going to hit more quads rather than hamstrings. Then once I finish the front squat, I'll go into a single arm pull down, which I'll bring the bench back over and I will sit it here and I will sit on the bench. And like I'll do a pull down, but I'll do it singly and try to stretch my lat and my back muscles in a 1 arm movement. Okay guys, I'm going to jump straight into it now. Front squat. I'll just move the bench back over. I don't know why I moved the other way. Let's bring the bench back to here. Go to the bar. Okay, there's 2 different ways you can approach this bar. Just going to move this camera so you can actually see me a little bit better actually. Okay, put you just here. Okay. Now, approaching the bar, you can come, if you've got the flexibility, you can come in and hold the bar this way. For other people, this way is easier. You don't have the flexibility in the arms and the wrists. This can get, if you're doing heavy weights, very taxing on your wrists. So I prefer to do it this way and rest it up, basically on my upper chest and front of my shoulders. Up out, sitting on, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to lock it off there. 10 reps. My quads are already burning from doing the jump squats. Also, I need to get the towel and just wipe off the sweat off my chest and shoulders here so that the bar's not slipping and sliding on me. Now let's go into the single arm pull down. So from where I'm sitting now, I'm going to bring this a little closer, like so. Where I am now, it's just that motion. Even better yet, I've got a better way to do this. Let's get rid of this again. I don't find that's a good range of motion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on my knees and I'm going to now I'm getting a full stretch at the top and a full contraction at the bottom. As you would notice, I was not letting the weight go all the way to the bottom. I was keeping constant tension on those muscles from top to bottom. Okay guys, back in a time lapse. I'm going to do the front squats on their own now, and then the lat pull downs on their own in time lapse. So I will see you for the cable flies, low to high. So that's when these will get moved down to the bottom and cable will come up to the middle of the chest. We'll talk about that in a minute. Last exercise. Hopefully I'm not too fatigued, as I mentioned earlier, lack of sleep, hot, as you can tell, sweating everywhere, my knees being on the ground, I've left nice big knee marks. So this is the cable low to high. It works actually the lower part of the chest and more sort of mid chest and lower chest. So again, the motion up and under, up and under. But I'll get straight into it as my rest period is over. Keep going, get this over and done with. It's hot, I want to have a proper cold drink because my water's gotten hot out here. Again, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, I'm going to lower that weight and continue on in time lapse. I'm a little bit more fatigued than I thought, and I may have been a little bit ambitious with the weights, thinking I could, after being the last exercise, I could lift a little bit more than I could. So I'll switch it over to time lapse, I'll change the weights over, and I'll see you in the next video next week. Thanks for joining us, guys. I really appreciate your support. Please like, please subscribe. There's more tips, more training sessions coming. And of course, follow along in my weight loss transformation. As this goes on, I will post photos from the time I started to where I got to 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, even earlier if I start noticing big differences. And obviously I will talk about it and explain what I've done, because everything I do every week I put in my workout journal. So again, guys, please, if you want to see what's coming next, subscribe, hit that little bell, I think it's somewhere over here, to be notified when my next video is uploaded. Alright guys, thanks again for your support. I'll see you in the next video. Just quickly, guys, I had a thought while I was in my last set then. A little saying that I come across during my weight management schooling, or motivational quote even: focus on change and you'll see results. Focus on the results and you will never see change. That has resonated with me since I've done my schooling, to the point where I even had it on a chalkboard inside the gym to remind myself and reminding my clients that if you focus on just getting results, you'll never change. Without change, you'll never see results. So, little tip here, don't focus on the results, focus on the little micro changes that you can do to see the results, and the results will come faster. Another little saying: slow progress is still progress. Doesn't matter how fast or slow the progress is, any progression from where you started is still progress. That has been two of my favorite quotes, and motivational quotes at that. They motivate me very much so. Those slight little progresses, with those slight little changes, and not focusing on, hey, I've got to get to this big result, equal out to a greater result in the long run. That's GT's tip for the week. Again, guys, thank you for the support. Please don't forget, like and subscribe, and hit that little bell to be notified when my next video comes up.